G'day, it's Greg Vincent here from Electric Avenue. Today I have got a real treat for you. A couple of weeks back I was up at AREC and I was actually helping my great friend Kevin Turner to do panel sessions in the AREC lounge. And one of the sessions that was conducted during the AREC lounge during those 2 days was this special session conducted by Panos, where he interviewed Matt Steinwede and James Tostevin. And I'm just so pleased that I could bring this to you. We haven't got the full interview here, but I've been able to grab about 9 to 10 minutes of this fantastic interview. So here it is.
Guys, it's an absolute pleasure and delight to have you here. Thank you for your time in advance. Thanks, I'm going to hand over to the Master of Ceremonies, Tom Panos. Tom, congratulations on yesterday. Brilliant feedback on your session. I'm so looking forward to seeing how you talk to these guys.
Thanks so much, Kevin, and we're pretty pumped and excited because shortly Matt's going up on stage, and I would have loved if James was back on stage. We've done a few ARECs. It'll be good to see you again. Firstly, thank you for the half hour. Secondly, I've got to say that when I did the Critical Behaviours project, we had to pick the best agents in the country. It's just a bit of a coincidence that the first 2 calls went out to YouTube, and here we are today. So, in my opinion, there's about 2,500, 2,800 people here. You guys, for me, are the best. Top of the top. The Melbourne Storm, the best agent. Who's the best agent also? St Kilda or
Carlton?
I'd follow Carlton. You're biased. Okay. Maybe you're not the person I should be asking. Okay, so I want to start off and say, James, the thing that really I'm curious is that I notice with people that like big numbers, they don't last long. They do it for 2-3 years, and then you think back 7 years later and say, where's that guy gone? But James Tostevin just does not disappear. What is the story of how James Tostevin has stayed there on the shopping list, the vendors on the shopping list of the profile agent in the marketplace for such a long period of time? How do you stay motivated?
I do get asked that a lot, Tom. I have always enjoyed what I've done immensely. I've done it for 27 years. I've been in sales for the vast majority of that time, and to me, I sort of look at the 2 options: either to remain successful or to be unsuccessful, or to love what I do and enjoy what I do, or clearly not to enjoy it. And to me, it's a pretty simple choice. I'd rather love it, enjoy it, and certainly for me, I get more enjoyment out of being successful. And I just naturally, I find things from the car I drive to the house I live in to the beach house I've got. I find those things motivating. I have a need to earn. I went through a divorce about 6-7 years ago, so that's very motivating, Tom. You might have been through one of those, but they're very motivating. And so I guess financially rebuilding, one might say I had no choice at one point, but I have maintained, I think, been #1 in Victoria for about 14 years in a row, and it's a long time, but and people occasionally sort of talk about taking over that mantle, but they're going to have to wait. I love it, I enjoy it, and nothing's going to change for a few years yet. So it's not said arrogantly, but
You're still pumped, aren't you?
I love it. I say to people, I love what I do almost so much it's insane, and I think they look at me as if it's just words, but it's not. I mean, I seriously get a buzz out of going to the office, and also have to be encouraged to go home at night. I mean, I love my wife, and I love being around the kids, but I really do enjoy what I do immensely, so I do get a kick out of it, and I enjoy the thrill of listening. As James Conway, managing director, said the other day, there's 2 things that you can do all day long, which is prospecting and listening. You'd be a very happy man, because they're the 2 things I enjoy the most. The prospecting is something I do genuinely get a buzz out of. It's something I enjoy doing day to day.
That's awesome. Matt, can I ask?
I'm going to help him find an interest.
I have. I've got an interest in my wife and football. I love Carlton. It's insane how much I love football.
Like, you go to the games and that?
I've been to 6 out of 6, except I missed yesterday because I was here, so I chose real estate over football yesterday, which is rare. So I do have an interest in that. Interest in travelling. I'm going overseas for a few weeks, but I won't give the dates because I don't want my position to know when I'm going to be away. So.
Okay, so there's no dates provided. Maddie, I want to ask you, you're in a similar boat. You've been running big numbers. Like I remember in the other group that you're in, you were the #1, and you're always writing huge numbers.
Yeah.
How do you stay motivated long term? Do you have to like listen to an audio book every morning to pump you up, or how does it work?
I think a little bit like James, the desire. You've got to have the desire, but I think now I value time more. So when I'm at work, I'm super productive to have more time, whereas before I didn't value time as much. So what drives me today is to have more time to serve, to have more time to spend with the kids and do other stuff.
Well, that's so what you're basically saying is that you've sort of worked out that it's not how hard you're working, but what you're working on has been more important. And you pick that now because you value your work, your life outside of work.
Yeah, I do, more so today. And I think people waste time at work, they really do. I think people waste a lot of time. You're there, like he does, he's there, you do the job, hit numbers, do what you need to do, take care of your clients, get out of there and go do something else. And I think outside work fills me more today than work does.
I'm curious, people that sit in your office, you write huge dollars, but people within 5 metres of your office, some of them would not do much at all. They would potentially be writing under 300 GCI, 400 GCI. What is it that you observe that they're doing that is wasting time, and you're thinking to themselves that why they're so inefficient? What are the things, James?
For me, Tom, I think with prospecting, very few people do it. I was talking about briefly about it yesterday, but they very rarely do it for blocks of time. So they might do it. They might be in the office for half an hour, out for an hour, back in for 45, back in for an hour and a half. And there's this crisscross effect with office and outside the office. So for me, Fridays I used to say, in fact, at the previous AREC, I said I do 2 Fridays a month where I'm just in the office making prospecting calls from 9 till 4:30. But I actually basically do that really most Fridays now. It'll be probably 3 or 4 as a minimum if not each one, where I just do that. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, a block of a minimum 5 or 6 or 7 hours where I'm just doing prospecting. So very few agents do that, where they can concentrate for those periods of time. We've got people in the office who can do it for an hour, and then they have to go off and do something else, whether it be an appointment or they're going to talk about the footy results on the weekend or what they did at the weekend. And I mean, I'm not talking and catching up socially with guys, but when I'm at work, I'm focused on work. And I really am, even though it's cliche to say I'm in the zone, that's where I am in terms of what I do day to day. So I think there's probably people waste time doing that. There's a lot of time wasted on private appointments. To us, 10, 15 minutes there, it's half an hour with a buyer there, 10, 15 minutes back to the office, then you've got to ring the vendor. So I've always said to our guys, you better be a motivated buyer. If you're going to take them out and spend an hour with them, in effect, we're just trying to direct them towards agents and spend. So we pick our money, but certainly I don't do private appointments with buyers. It's a complete waste of time.
Okay.
I think also when people prospect, like what James said then, even when they're not prospecting for the hour or 2, whatever they're doing other stuff at the same time. And I think it's about owning that space of time and owning it completely and getting as much out of it as you can. I know he might do it for 6 hours, but I might do it for 2 hours. Right. I'll turn my phone off and I won't answer the phone. People are sending emails on the phone half the time, so they only prospect if they do it all for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Matt.
Some fantastic content there from Tom, Matt and James. There was obviously an extended interview in there, and if you want to get access to that, we did record all of the information via the AREC Lounge, and if you want to receive that, get in touch with me via the comments section below, or email me, or contact Kevin Turner at Real Estate Uncut. It's reuncut.com. And yeah, thanks for watching the show. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.